What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package and infrastructure update, and daily news report for Saturday, June 5th. So it has been confirmed President Biden is stepping out and he is taking one side. And I want to explain exactly what's going on. This is going to have major implications across the United States. We're going to see big changes happening very soon. And this was a statement that President Biden made last night. So I want to address what's currently going on. First, yesterday we did see the jobs report come out, and we know that the United States added 559,000 new jobs. That is good. The problem, though, is that right now these added jobs are signaling that right now not enough jobs are being added every single month, and not enough people are going back to work. That is a big issue. And this is actually going into what President Biden confirmed last night. Now, many states have been contemplating, and I said this yesterday as well, that many states have been contemplating giving up and canceling federal unemployment benefits a little bit early. A couple of months early before September 6th. Well, it seems like there's a few states that are considering jumping on board with the other 25 Republican states that do or are going to cancel the federal unemployment benefits starting June 12th. So yes, next week will be the final week for many people on unemployment. What I can tell you is that last night, President Biden confirmed what many people were already expecting. Many people, many experts are expecting on September 6th that the federal unemployment benefits will expire. Last night, President Biden said that yes, it makes no sense to continue to provide federal unemployment boost or benefits. Now, I want to be clear with something, because the White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki had to come out and kind of elaborate on this and explain exactly what President Biden meant. But we know that President Biden, he is going to cancel the $300 per week, which again, it pretty much cancels itself. It's not really on him. It's something that the Senate passed or Congress passed on March 11th. But we know that President Biden is okay with, and he is confirming that yes, he supports the expiration of the federal unemployment benefits on September 6th. Now, I want to explain why this is so important, because what we know at this time is that the federal unemployment benefits will expire on September 6th. That's the $300 per week boost. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that the $300 per week boost is going to cancel. However, President Biden mentioned, and this is what was coming from White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, that she stated that the people on unemployment, gig workers, they will continue to get their benefits, their state benefits, not the $300 per week. They will continue to get their pandemic unemployment assistance. This is not the $300 per week boost. Long-term jobless workers will not get that boost anymore. Okay, this is only for people on pandemic unemployment assistance. And we do not know if this means they will continue to get benefits throughout the rest of the year, or will it only be up to a certain set number of months. And that could be the case. It could be, I believe, like 74 or 76 months. So right now, if that's the case and you haven't hit that by September 6th, you may continue to get benefits. We're still waiting for clarification there and more details, but as we do, I promise I'll fill you in on those details as we get them. Now, here's something that we need to understand. And the reason why everything is so complicated at this point is for a couple reasons. First, the jobless report, or the job report that came in the other day, obviously is a huge factor. But another big thing that we heard, and this is something that I mentioned yesterday, is that Democrats just learned recently that they only have one more budget reconciliation. The only way they passed the $1.9 trillion stimulus package, that's the American Rescue Plan, the only way they passed it was simply through a process called a reconciliation. But in reconciliation, the only way you can pass something is it has to directly affect the federal budget. That is one of the reasons why it's called a budget reconciliation. What you need to keep in mind is Democrats now only have one of these for the remainder of the year. They thought they had two. They now only have one. the problem with this, and this does mean that we could potentially see the ask or the demand for an additional stimulus check. We could see this sooner rather than later, simply because Democrats cannot wait. Democrats can't wait. If Democrats do not agree with the Republican Party, with the GOP, on how to best structure the infrastructure package, then Democrats will have to go at this alone, and the only way they can do that is through a budget reconciliation. The problem here, and this is one of the reasons why I say this is a problem, is because Democrats must get bipartisan support with right around $1 trillion. If they get it for, let's say, $900 billion, that's not going to be enough. I don't know if President Biden were to go for it. But if Democrats and Republicans can agree that $1 trillion in infrastructure spending, pure infrastructure, no social infrastructure, no stimulus, no added benefits, nothing, just infrastructure. If that is done and they have a negotiation, they have a deal, then we could potentially see a stimulus check in the next budget reconciliation, which as of right now, some are saying that they want to start working on this week, this coming week. We could hear talks of they are starting the budget reconciliation, and you have to go through a, I'm not explaining the whole process. It's so confused. I get confused anyway. But what you need to keep in mind is that if they start this week, that is good. That is good because this will give lawmakers enough time before they go on their next recess, which is going to be for, I think, the 4th of July. I believe that's their next recess once they come back on Monday. But don't quote me on that. I just want to explain. Right now, there were talks on extending the unemployment benefits. That has all been pretty much squashed. Those talks are pretty much going to end because President Biden confirmed that he does support ending the federal unemployment benefits, because there are some reports that do state that people that are on unemployment are not going back to work because they're making too much money on unemployment. So let's just cancel the unemployment. That's pretty much what President Biden is stating. So he is pretty much going with the side that yes, he is wrong, he has been wrong, and he's going to side with the Democrat or the Republican Party at this point that yes, the federal benefits, the $300 per week boost is actually a disincentive to go back to work. Now, something else that we know is that progressives were pushing for more and more additional relief, more stimulus. They wanted to see an expansion of Medicare. They wanted to see, some wanted to see student loan forgiveness. There's a lot of stuff that progressives were wanting. We know Representative Pramila Jayapal, she wanted to see $2,000 per month stimulus checks for, I believe, for the entire pandemic, and then 1 year of $1,000 per month. Now, that's something that I don't know if we're going to hear more talks on that. My expectation, based off everything I've been reading today and the past probably maybe 24 hours, is simply that right now, experts and economists are saying that the most likely scenario at this point is another one-time payment to the lowest income individuals to try to prop them back up, because right now, according to reports and according to the Biden administration, we need to see trickle-up economics. And the only way we're going to get this country back to where it once was is to help out the lower income earners. So, my expectation is we are going to see more for child tax credits. And I know a lot of people on Social Security, a lot of people that don't have children are very upset by this. And I understand why. It's understandable that people with children are seeing all the benefits, and people that had children years ago, are older, they're grown, they're not going to get anything. And that's a big worry that many economists have, is that we're going to see a lopsided economy. And so some areas of this country that are more geared towards retirement, people are going there to just settle down, don't have children, right? Those are the areas of the economy that some are worried about. That what happens with this area? Many areas in Florida, Arizona, what happens there? Retirement states, right? That's what people are wondering. That's what people are asking. Honestly, we'll just have to wait and see. I do know that if you were planning on going to California, Governor Gavin Newsom of California has stated that he will not lift the state of emergency on November 15th like he promised last month. This was something that he promised to do because he was saying that all numbers point to, we are getting out of this. The vaccines are increasing. Case counts are down. The variants are being, contained. Those are all good things. However, he says he's not going to lift the state of emergency. So many people are actually very upset that he is breaking a promise once again. What we know when it comes to breaking promises, that progressives are pushing President Biden to stand up, okay, and provide for the American people that voted for him. Provide for people on Social Security that only voted for him because he said he would give them an additional $200 per month as a boost for 2 years. Stand up and provide for student loan forgiveness. Go and give those students that you desperately said needed additional help and relief. Give them that help and relief. Progressives are saying that right now President Biden isn't fulfilling his promises. They don't say he's a liar. They don't say he lied. They just say that he is not fulfilling his promises that he made when he ran for his presidential campaign. Right now, some expect we will see a big push over the next few weeks. When I say few weeks, I'm talking about to the end of June. We're going to see a big push from lawmakers that they want to see a big, bold package. They want to see infrastructure and stimulus combined. That's going to be, whatever infrastructure Republicans don't pass. That would include social infrastructure, stimulus, any additional help to the American people. We could potentially see that. Now, some reports are indicating that Democrats were looking into trying to change the verbiage of the past stimulus package. However, other reports indicate that they cannot do that. The Senate parliamentarian will not allow them to go and amend the past package. So, what I can tell you right now is that according to multiple reports, Democrats had a very clear plan. They were executing their plan, and their plan was going great. However, when the Senate parliamentarian told them that they only had one more budget reconciliation, this changed everything completely. So, the reports are indicating that right now, we are most likely going to see a big, bold, this will be a very large infrastructure package that might have some stimulus included in it. But what we know is there are many moderate Democrats that right now would feel alienated if President Biden goes and pushes for, let's say, a $3, $4, maybe $5 trillion infrastructure and stimulus package. So, the expectations are, at this point, the next package, if it's bipartisan, is going to be about $1 trillion. Okay. But then they say the social infrastructure package that would be passed through a budget reconciliation, not bipartisan, it's going to be 100% partisan. Only Democrats will vote for this. If we see that happen, chances are they're going to try to push for this before they go on a recess for August. But most expect this will not be done until possibly September. However, they want to get it done before the end of the year. So September is going to be the month. Now, the expectation here is this will most likely be anywhere between $1 to $2 trillion. This is going to be pretty much the entire social infrastructure package, and they might throw in other things that were pulled out of the American Jobs Plan. So again, we will see what happens. But right now, the toughest part is for Democrats is things keep changing. Remember last year when Mitch McConnell, President Trump, pretty much a lot of Republicans came out and said that Democrats keep moving the goalposts. That's essentially what's happening here, and Democrats are saying that the only reason why the Senate parliamentarian addressed this is because of the push from Republicans. So now Democrats are saying the Republicans are moving the goalposts. They're trying to get things done, and Republicans are moving the goalposts, changing their plans, and that's something that is not fair. That they shouldn't be allowed to do that. But again, Republicans are like, well, you did it last year, we're going to do it this year. So it's going to be another back and forth battle. My expectation is we're going to get more reports probably within the next 2 weeks. next week, this coming week, we're going to get a lot of updates. We're going to get a lot of new plans that lawmakers have come up with over the past week while they've been on recess. But my expectation is in 2 weeks, we're going to have a very clear understanding of exactly where we're going. So, as always, I will fill you in as we get more information and more details. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. And I'll see you guys on the next one.